Hultgren from Illinois. You're recognized for I started to say 5 seconds, 5 minutes.
I'd talk really fast. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Dr. Holdren. I wanted just to talk briefly. I'm concerned about funding for Department of Energy's Office of Science, and specifically the High Energy Physics program, which we all know is in a period of transition. The administration has notified Congress that it intends to shut down the Tevatron at Fermi National Accelerator Laboratory, or Fermilab, which is in my district, 14th Congressional District, as originally planned at the end of fiscal year 2011. With the end of operations at this record-breaking machine, Fermilab is ready to transition to new programs, including the long baseline neutrino experiment. The LBNE is to be the anchor project for the Deep Underground Science and Engineering Laboratory, or DUSEL, at the Homestake Mine in South Dakota. Originally planned by the National Science Foundation, a study is now underway to recommend how to proceed with DUSEL under a revised stewardship agreement between DOE and NSF. Just had some questions about current status of funding for DUSEL for FY 2011. Has NSF identified the resources to keep DUSEL underway while the study is conducted and decisions are being made on the path forward for this project?
My understanding is that NSF and DOE have reached agreement on a plan to keep DUSEL moving. I have not actually seen that agreement yet, but I've been informed by my Associate Director for Science that it has been reached, and we will have it shortly. But I'm assured that it will succeed in keeping the DUSEL project going.
Great. And as you hear things, we're interested in that. Would love to hear, obviously, what the next steps are there. The President's FY 2012 budget request of $797.2 million for high energy physics overall would amount to a freeze at the FY 2010 enacted level, when other programs in the Office of Science are slated to increase from 21 to 24%. Why is there such imbalance between the basic research portfolio of the Office of Science?
Well, I would say that the kinds of restraint imposed on us by these fiscal times has required some very hard choices. And I've been striving to make clear as I talk about this budget that it has had to either hold flat or in some cases even reduce things that we would much rather have increased. But it becomes a difficult exercise in priority setting to decide what we absolutely have to keep going as opposed to things we would prefer to keep going or expand. I think high energy physics remains an important area. The request for high energy physics in 2012 is almost $800 million. This is not chicken feed. It is, however, if I had my choices in the best of all possible worlds, it would be more.
Thanks. Real quickly, within the overall funding request for high energy physics, am I correct that the President proposes funding for the 2 new projects at Fermilab that are important to its future as the nation's only laboratory for particle physics research?
Short answer is yes.
Good. I like short answers, especially when they say that, so that's good. And last, and I appreciate your time and your help with this, is the $17 million that's requested for the long baseline neutrino experiment, sufficient to start this project at Fermilab and the transitions from running the Trevaton?
It is my understanding from Dr. Brinkman, who heads the Office of Science, that that is the case.
Okay. Well, again, thank you very much for your work. I do know these are difficult times. We want to be a part of that to make sure that we continue great work that is happening, make sure that we don't cut things short, that really are looking towards the future. I know it's so important to be looking at immediate transition of projects that we have, but also looking to the future and making sure that our nation stays on that forefront. So, Dr. Holdren, thank you so much for being here. Look forward to working closely with you during these difficult times, and hopefully as times get better as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman yields back.